What's going on YouTube? In this video I'm going to show you how to get the achievements Knight's Honor as well as Dark Soul, and in the timestamp down below there's every single weapon location that we'll be getting, so if you need a certain weapon, go down there and look for it. Now that being said, there are a few weapons that are controversial that if you need them or not. Some people say you need certain weapons, some people say you don't, so just to avoid all the confusion I went and got them anyways. So all the weapons will be down in the description, like I said. If you need any help, go down there. And without further ado, let's get into it. To get the rare weapon Greatsword, make sure you have a bow and arrow with some arrows. Come under the bridge where you see the Hellkite Drake. You'll see his tail swinging and start shooting at his tail. So after a few minutes of shooting his tail, it'll break off and you'll get the Greatsword. Now there'll be two gargoyles in this fight. After you damage this one enough, the second one will come out. There's also a rare weapon that you can get if you cut off the gargoyle's tail, which I recommend doing now. And then see, we got Gargoyle Tail Axe. To get the rare weapon Crest Shield, when returning back to the asylum, go back to where that knight was that gave you the Estus Flask. And as you can see, he's become hostile. And you can now kill him for the Crest Shield. In the Darkroot Garden from the Secret Bonfire, we're going to get our next two rare weapons, which is going to be the Stone Greatsword and the Stone Greatshield. Now to get these, we're going to have to farm these Stone Guardians over here. Now it's a 2% drop for each, so it'll probably take you quite a while. But whenever you're ready and down for the challenge, come over here and start farming these guys. Keep in mind during this grind, you want to use items that enhance your item discovery, such as the gold Covetous Serpent Ring. And if you look up in the top left, your humanity level, the higher humanity level, the higher your luck becomes. So just keep that in mind. There's the Stone Greatshield. And there's the Stone Greatsword. Now in the Valley of the Drakes, the next two rare weapons that we want are going to be in here. Now, I recommend if you're a low level, coming in here with at least 100 arrows, because you're going to want to kill that dead dragon up there. You can pick up the loot and run past them, but if you ever want to come through this area again, it's better to just shoot them and kill them with arrows if you're a low level. If not, you can just kill them the right way, the normal way. After killing him, you'll get a dragon scale, along with the Astora Straight Sword and the Dragon Crest Shield. Make your way to the end of the depths and challenge the Gaping Dragon. Now with this boss, what we want to do is we want to cut off his tail. If we cut off his tail, it'll give us a weapon which will count towards the Knight Honors achievement. So make sure you cut off his tail. And there you go. So we got the Dragon King Greataxe. To get the Black Iron Greatshield, come to Anor Londo. In the room where we made the chandelier fall, you'll notice in the back there'll be a painted knight guarding a body. Pick up the looted item, and you'll get the Black Iron Greatshield. To get the rare weapons Dragon's Tooth and Havel's Greatshield, you want to come into the Anor Londo hallway, open this door to this room. There'll be a illusionary wall in the chimney, dash into that. And then down here you'll find a few chests. A few of them are mimics, so attack them first to make sure. So this one's a mimic. Let's kill this. This one drops the Occult Club. There's the Dragon Tooth. And there's the Havel's Greatshield. The next 3 weapons we need are all farmable, which is the Silver Knight Shield, Silver Knight Greatsword, and Silver Knight Spear. And I'm going to show you where to farm these right now. So if you come in here, there's a Silver Knight right here with the shield and spear. You can drop both of those. And then over here, there's going to be a Silver Knight with the straight sword and the shield. So just farm those 2 over and over again until you get them. So that's the straight sword. Here's the Silver Knight Spear. And here's the Silver Knight Shield. To get the Giant's Halberd, we're going to need to farm them from the Giants in Orlando. You can farm them from any Giants, it doesn't really matter. These also have a 2% drop. So if you want to, I advise using the Gold Covetous Serpent Ring to boost the chances. And there we go. To get the Dragonslayer Greatbow, start in the giant room of Orlando. Head all the way up the stairs. And you're going to see the window over here. Be careful and hop out the window. And then start making your way down. Drop down right here. And there you go. You're only going to need one thing for this, and that's going to be Eyes of Death. And I'm going to show you exactly where that's located. Now, there's going to be skeletons on the way, and there's also going to be a giant Titanite demon. I've already dealt with them just to make the vid, easier to watch. So, there's a skeleton right there, just run past them. They're not really that big of a threat. Just run this way. And it's going to be in this room. And in this room where you see that soul item, there's going to be a Titanite demon in the back. Just deal with him, it'll make it a lot easier. Or maybe you can just run past him, I don't know. I just killed him to make it easier. And then you come up to this coffin, and you nestle in the coffin. But it teleports you into the boss arena. Pretty dark. Come over here. Nito should be asleep in his coffin. And then you just pray to him or whatever. Enter the covenant. And then you also get the Gravelord Sword, which is a very good sword. And you get Miracle Gravelord Sword Dance. To get the Annex key, I'm going to follow my route. Take a left, and it'll be on the corpse right here. To get the rare weapon Velka's Rapier, we're going to start from the bonfire and follow my exact route. So we're going to go over here. Open this door with the Annex key. Go up the stairs. We're going to break through right here. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to pick up Velka's Rapier. To get the rare weapon Bloodshield, we're going to go to the dead dragon in the painted world. And we're going to kill the dead dragon. Afterwards, you can loot all these corpses. And the corpse in the back will have the Bloodshield. To get Priscilla's dagger, you need to cut off Priscilla's tail. If you keep cutting at her tail, you'll finally get it. So that's how you get Priscilla's dagger. To get the Channeler's Trident, we're going to go to the Duke's Archives, and we're going to farm the infinite respawning channelers in here. So just come up the stairwell. Go up another floor. And just keep farming this guy right here until you get lucky and it drops. And that's how you get the Channeler's Trident. To get the Moonlight Greatsword, you have to cut off Scythe the Scaleless' tail. And that's how you get the Moonlight Greatsword. Now when you get to the end of this path, you'll see the giant dragon here. If you come up from behind him and you put on like a Greatsword or something, and you put on the Black Knight Sword, and you attack his tail, you can get his tail as a weapon. So you'll get the Dragon Greatsword by doing that. So for the next weapon that we're going to be getting, it's going to be the Demon's Catalyst. Now there are reports of people saying that you don't need it, and there are reports of people saying that you do need it. But we're just going to get it to be safe no matter what. And then after you kill him, you'll notice on the ground is the Demon's Catalyst. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of little stone demons down here. Just make sure you dodge them. These guys are pretty easy to dodge, so you don't really have to worry about them. They're not too much of a threat. Now, if you're human, you'll get invaded by an NPC coming up. Also, these guys, if they grab you, they'll break your items, like your weapons and armor. So make sure you don't let them grab you. Just keep running. Oh, never mind. I guess she doesn't invade. She's just going to be an NPC regardless. So she'll be up here. She's quite easy to kill. Kill her. There we go. She'll drop the Izalith Catalyst. So we're in the Tomb of the Giants. After killing Pinwheel, we slide down all the coffins to get here. And now we're going to start Patch's questline. So talk to him. He's going to ask you a question. He's going to ask you if a cleric. Say no or yes, depending on, you know, what you want to do. I recommend saying no. And then come to this little light. He'll boot you down because he's not very nice. Now here's Rhea. If you talk to her, she'll talk about her friends being hollowed down here. So we're going to have to go kill them. And they're right here. Alright, so after killing them, go back and talk to Rhea. After exhausting our dialogue, we're going to make our way out. So just follow this narrow path. So from here, we're going to attack the illusionary wall, rope the path back around, and then we're going to talk to Patches. Now, if you told him you're a cleric, he'll kill you. He becomes a merchant, so tell him that you're not a cleric if you want him to survive. Regardless, he'll drop humanity in the Crescent Axe. To get the Effigy Shield, we're going to start in the Tomb of the Giants where Patches was. And then we're going to run past all the enemies and just follow my exact path. So there's going to be a fog door right here. Just run through it. Drop down right here. There will be a Black Knight right there. Jump past him. And the Effigy Shield will be right here. Now here is where you'll be invaded. Right at the end of here. You have to be human for this though, remember that. So Paladin Leroy will invade. He's pretty dangerous when it comes to NPC invaders. So I recommend being careful. Just bait his attacks. If he hits you, he does a lot of damage. Try not to let him hit you. He's going to try to heal. Just keep attacking him. And there he goes. So, not too difficult. If he hits you, it'd be pretty bad though, so don't let that happen. Take his humanity. Take his grant and his shield. That's called the Sanctus. The next 5 rare weapons we can get is going to be in the Kiln of the First Flame. The ones we can get are the Black Knight Shield, Black Knight Sword, Black Knight Greatsword, Black Knight Halberd, and Black Knight Greataxe. So, this first Black Knight coming up, we can get the sword and the shield from him. So just run up and kill him. There's the sword. And there's the Black Knight shield. Now this knight up here has the Greatsword. So there's the Black Knight Greatsword. Now this Black Knight up here, he drops the shield and the sword again, so if you want an extra chance of getting the sword, you can farm this one as well. Now this knight coming up drops the Black Knight Greataxe. So there's the Black Knight Greataxe. And this last one right here drops the Halberd. And there's the Black Knight Halberd. Now it's very important. Once you get the Lord Vessel, do not go place the Lord Vessel with Framped. It will ruin this achievement. You will not be able to get it. And yeah. So basically when you do get the Lord Vessel, what you want to do is you want to straight go away and kill Scythe if you haven't. You get this ring, which is Covenant of Artorias. And then right after that, you want to go fight the 4 kings. So once you fight the 4 kings, then we can start the achievement. After you kill the 4 kings, you'll see this giant new snake appear. This is not Framped, this is a snake called Koth. So just talk to him and exhaust his dialogue. So he'll ask you a decision, just say yes. And he'll take you to the place where you put the Lord Vessel, so just put it down. And then speak to him again. And then when you're back in the Abyss, talk to him one more time. And then here, you can enter the Covenant. And you'll get the Dark Hand. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to get the different boss weapons. There are certain different categories of weapons you need to upgrade up to +10 to get the boss weapons. You need 126 Titanite shards as well as 126 large Titanite shards. So you can buy an infinite amount from the blacksmith right here. And then you have to go to Andre to at least upgrade your weapon up to +5 and +6. And then you can come back to here and upgrade all the rest of the weapons. There are about 15 weapons total, I think, boss weapons that you need for this achievement. And for the first one we're going to get is going to be the Moonlight Butterfly Horn. So I will be using the Mail Breaker. So just ascend that, Mail Breaker +10. Next one is going to be the Crystal Ring Shield. I already have a cracked round shield for that. That's the second one done. Quelaag's Furysword. You need a curved sword for that. +10. So we'll use the Scimitar. Chaos Blade. You need a +10 katana. So the Uchi katana works. The Golem Axe. You need a battle axe or a different type of axe. +10. Dragonbone Fist. Only the Cestus will work. So make sure you have the Cestus +10. Smough's Hammer. You can use different types of hammers like club, mace. You can use a great club, large club, morning star, things of that nature. Dragonslayer Spear. You can use different types of rapiers or spears. I just kept it easy and used the spear. Lifehunt Scythe. You can use Halberd, a Lucerne, a Scythe, or a Great Scythe. So you just use the Halberd. 10 Darkmoon Catalyst. You don't have to upgrade this one at all. Just use a Sorcerer's Catalyst to turn it into the 10 Darkmoon. Darkmoon Bow. You have to use a short bow, a composite bow, or a long bow. Up to +10. So there's the Darkmoon bow right there. Greatshield of Artorias. You can use a different variety of shields. I use the plank shield. Now, there's different types of Greatswords of Artorias. There's a Greatsword of Artorias, and then there's the Greatsword of Artorias True. So that's why you need 3 different Boss Souls of Scythe. So for the Greatsword of Artorias True, you can only use a broken straight sword or a straight sword hilt. Now, they have the same name, so try not to get confused. So make sure if it has a straight sword hilt, it's going to be the true version. So craft that. The Greatlord Greatsword. You can use different types of swords. I just make it easy and use the short sword. So there's the Greatlord Greatsword right there. Now for the other version of the Greatsword of Artorias, it's going to be the cursed version. And you'll know it's the cursed version because it's not the hilt. So make sure you use the hilt, otherwise you'll waste a soul because it's hard to tell which is what. So since this is the short sword, and it allows me to use a short sword, this is the cursed version. So now that's the cursed version. And after you made all of those, that is going to be all of the boss weapons. And that's how you get the achievement Knight's Honor. Now, Knight's Honor should be your last achievement if you followed the guide. So once you get the last achievement, you will also get the Dark Soul. So that will be concluding this entire guide. That should be all 41 achievements if you followed the guide completely. But if you guys did enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much. God bless.